know that I have a specific question about Lance, but this seemed like another game where he came in and created chaos, and it turned out to your favor.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job in the first half, and he had a couple turnovers, but got us going, brought some energy in that first half. Second half, he was solid, brought energy, was making his shots. I thought defensively he was, keeping his man in front, and he was rebounding the basketball. That's what we expect him to do, bring energy off the bench and be solid on both ends of the floor. And, when he plays that way, he really helps this club.
Between him and Bogdanovich, it seemed like you got a good defensive effort on Ben Simmons.
Yeah, well, we wanted to try to keep size. Last game we started Darren on Simmons, and, they're going to Simmons a lot more now than they were early in the season. And, the kid is 6'10". We needed to get some size on him. I thought Bojan did a nice job of just staying in front and keeping a body between him and the basket, making him go over the top. Lance was the guy who came in after that. That saw a few minutes on him, but Lance and Bojan did a solid job of keeping him in front.
Joel Embiid got Miles Turner in immediate foul trouble. The guy who really had success against him was Al Jefferson. Could you comment on Al's old school approach to going up against the young kid?
Yeah, well, we knew that we had to play a physical style of basketball tonight, and I saw an opportunity to get Al in the game with Domas. We haven't played that lineup a lot this season, but I saw an opportunity to get Al in, let Al lean on big Embiid, and we were going to use our three centers on him, and we did. And he's a big kid. He's a very talented player and very physical. So we needed all three of our bigs to play him. They gave him different looks. I thought they did a solid job.
Obviously, you guys had a rough night defensively last night. I know you weren't here for it, but what is the difference between a night like that and how do you get this to be a more consistent effort when you're holding teams like this to under 100 points?
Well, we talked about that. I think we have to grow as a team. It's a young team, and it's kind of the dog days of the NBA right before break. Guys are battling fatigue, physical fatigue as well as mental, and you have to fight through that. You can't, get to that break or take the break too early, and bodies are tired and beat up, and last night we got off to a slow start defensively. It was certainly a point of emphasis tonight to get off to a better start and learn to continue to build this time of the season. And this is a good young team that we were facing tonight. We know we're a young team, and we needed to establish solid defense to start.
How challenging is it for you to watch Lance kind of do that, the whirlwind thing? Sometimes it ends up in greatness, sometimes it ends up in a turnover. For you to kind of know when the right time is to leave him in and let him do his thing, or take him out because it's getting a little out of control?
I feel like if it's hurting the team, we're going to, get someone in. And, he brought some energy. I haven't been able to stop that. So, as long as he's playing the game the right way and, he's not hurting the team, then, and he's been productive out there, we're going to leave him on the floor.
30th win and just two back-to-backs remaining on the season, one in March and one in April. How beneficial do you see that of kind of getting them out of the way?
Well, it's a challenge, for this group. And really, we're still in a wait-and-see this group. I mean, this is a new group. We're going through our final season, and our first season. We're getting into these dog days where you're fatigued. I need to see how they respond from this as well. We got a stretch of games here before the break that. I just need to see how our guys respond, So the back-to-backs, we talked about last night's game, we needed to get off to a better start against this group tonight. I thought we did that. And the approach is the same as it's always been: take it one game at a time.
Before the break, do you treat the schedule any differently to get them more rest because of what you guys call the dog days till the All-Star break? Do you change anything?
Well, we'll have tomorrow off, and we most likely we're not going to bring them in Monday morning. We will treat this like last weekend. I think we had a back-to-back similar situation. We'll allow these guys to sleep in tomorrow and sleep in Monday and come and get prepared for the game, have the shoot-around before the game. So they'll have 2 days to sleep in.